Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Oh, yeah, it is. Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Got Bird back in here today. Good to see you there, Bird.
You don't even look like you had COVID. You look back to normal.
I feel I have a bit of a beard right now, but yeah, other than me looking like a woolly mammoth, I feel a lot better. It's so nice to be around people.
I bet.
I just even I was so entertained before the podcast started, Kev, because Rocco is here.
Oh, yeah, he is.
and Patty, who works with us, we heard Patty on Bueno Malo a couple weeks ago. She brought in some cupcakes and some chicken tenders, all kind of snacks. And Rocco really wants one of the cupcakes, but Virginia's having a meltdown over the cupcake because the cupcake's got blue frosting.
Oh, that's right. Our kids aren't allowed to eat blue.
So he's not allowed to eat the cupcake because of the blue frosting. So
That's
he
a tough
gets
way
all
to
pissed
live.
off at the witch and then goes, well, I'm going to call Dad and see what Dad says about the cupcake. And then you started the podcast. I'm like, shit, Kev, I'm trying to figure out.
Is he going to get the cupcake or not?
Huh?
Oh, he's probably going to go get it and then eat it and smile at me through the window.
Well, that was my question was going to be, I know this seems like a dumb, stupid thing to argue about, but let's say Rocco calls up Panda, and then Panda says, you can go ahead and eat that cupcake, and goes against you. As a parent and a wife, are you pissed off at Panda?
No sex, 2 weeks.
Really?
Not for Rocco, Panda.
Are you pissed at Panda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, bruh. Same team. I need your help on this one.
Would that bother you, Kev, if the queen went against what you told the kid?
Well, I mean, we kind of know we're in a groove now where we kind of know how things go. So I know I always go with, hey, talk to your mom, and then I go to her and be like, it's not a good plan. Let's not do this. And so that's typically how it goes.
But if there was something you told Cannon to not do, and then the queen was like, nah, you can do it. Is that one of those times where you do have words with the queen about it?
Yeah, well, we'll talk. I mean, it doesn't really happen anymore, but yeah, it was something that we had to kind of get through. I think most parents do. Where you'll say something, the other one gives them the other green light, and
that would piss
then it
me
causes
off.
a fight between the parents, and now everybody's fighting, and so I try to be pretty chill on that kind of stuff, and I talk to her about it, and we have our fight before we talk to the kids. And yeah, there are times where we don't agree, and I'm like, all right, this is on you.
I could see how that would piss somebody off, though. If the kid's clearly wrong, and you say you can't do that, and then the parent goes, well, you can do that, and goes against you.
It happens all the
It does.
time.
It
That
does.
would be so fucking annoying.
That is a common thing, especially when you talk about like step kids. And, if you get remarried, like, me and Panda, Panda has problems like trying to discipline Mags. He doesn't have any problem trying to discipline Rocco.
Does he try to do it with Mags?
No, he actually does not on purpose.
Yeah, okay.
He'll come and tell me stuff and give me like information and do recognizance, and then he'll say, here you go. Here's the information. Now do what you got to do with it.
So the only ones that punish Mags are you and her father.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And her dad doesn't punish her.
He doesn't.
I mean, she's not over there hardly ever anymore. Now that she got her car, she kind of does whatever she wants. Like, it's just kind of Mag's world, y'all. We're just living in it.
Mm-hmm. Mags World would be a great show.
Max World.
It's just her trying to get on boats all day. That's all it is.
I can see how that would make you fight with your mate. If y'all are, if a kid's being an asshole and you try to discipline the kid, and then the other parent, especially if you guys are together,
Right.
you're not divorced,
Yeah. Right.
And they fuck you over and you're living under the same roof.
You're like, really?
Shit that, man.
I'd say it's one of the biggest parenting challenges that there are, is getting on the same page as parents first and figuring out what you're going to make a big deal about when you don't agree and what you're not.
And then you don't want to fight in front of the kid. If the kid sees,
if you show weakness,
they know they
can manipulate.
Exactly, they're gonna win.
They're gonna win every time.
It's like the finale of a Survivor or a Big Brother.
Totally.
You can't let the kids see you guys fighting.
Nope.
Yeah, that's parenting right there.
Oh, it's so fun.
Next level parenting. That's the big challenge of it.
I get the alcoholism.
Yeah, that's why, I say, look, there's so many different ways. I don't know how you can say whose parenting is right, whose is wrong. There are some things that are blatantly like that's not a good idea, but there's a lot of things. I think parenting, a lot of it's gray area, and that's why parents need to be able to choose because, hey, it may not be my style or what I would allow my kid to do, but if your kid's not physically being harmed, then you got to be the judge. Ultimately, one day, if they're really screwed up in the head, that's back on you, and you'll have to deal with it.
But I can see that being a major reason why the relationship wouldn't work. If you all have different perspectives on how to raise a kid, and you guys are still trying to stay together as a couple, but can't get the whole kid thing down, that's going to cause some fights.
That is going to be constant fights.
It's a big part of it. I mean, you got the romance and you got the you time, and that's what relationships start out with. But as soon as you start having kids, your relationship is now changed into co-parenting, and that becomes really a bigger part of what your relationship is how we're going to get these kids at the age of 18 and get them the hell out of our house.
Gosh, I wish I could afford a nanny.
Well, I just knew a couple that I wouldn't say they beat their kid. The one person was against any kind of hitting, and the other person would swat the butt if they would get any kind of discipline problem, and the other one was against any kind of hitting, and the other one said, no, you need a little bit of swatting going on the butt, and they could not come to agreement. They got divorced.
That's going to be messy every time.
Well, people, when it comes to making a child, we give it really no thought. You're like, hey, I had a couple beers, let's get it on.
Felt real good.
Yeah, but it is one of the biggest things you really need to think through.
Big time.
You've got to big time have that planned out. I can't think of anything more in life you need to plan for, and what people plan less for is having children. It really still just kind of blows my mind.
It's the biggest thing out. It's the biggest thing you're responsible for.
The biggest thing you're going to do, and it will, if you do it right, it will radically change your life.
And if you do it wrong, it'll radically change the world. We don't want no more assholes out there.
That's true. Yeah, that's why it's a big debate. All that kind of stuff about procreation, what you allow and don't allow. That's why people fight about it. But yeah, it's definitely, at the very least, I would say it's something that we need to give great thought to. Got a couple things here when it comes to creating kids. Got an email from Denise. We were talking about Nick Cannon the other day. And she said, if you've looked at Nick Cannon, you got to look at Elon Musk. They both have the same idea, which is to spread the seed amongst the land. Elon Musk has a lot of kids, and he has a lot on the way. He says procreating is a thing that this generation is not doing, and he plans on procreating as much as he can. And yes, Nick Cannon makes time for each and every single one of his kids, which I don't know how he does it, but he's doing it. No one is talking about Elon doing it, and he talks about it all the time. Everybody only focuses on Nick Cannon.
I didn't know Elon talks about it all the time. I will look that up.
I will say that the clips that I edit for the show, it's what's out in pop culture a lot, especially for entertainment stuff with Nick Cannon. He does talk about it a lot. It's been a big thing.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Musk talk about it that much.
Yeah, that's just where I've seen. He's definitely celebrated, and it is out there. And I don't know, he is, and that's the one thing when it does come to parenting. How much time is enough and how much is not? And to me, that would be the debate. And you'd probably have to go to kids to ask them, did you see your dad enough or your mom enough, or did you not?
I mean, how many versions of yourself do you need out there in the fucking world? A little egotistical. We need 12 Virginias?
I think it looks like Elon Musk has 8 kids.
Yeah, if you want to break it down, in fact, I got a pretty extensive list. It's the most babies, most baby mamas list. And if you're looking on it, you've got Nick Cannon is just ahead of Elon Musk. Nick Cannon comes in at about 15th on our list. So there's 14 that are doing it more than Nick Cannon. He's got 7 babies, 4 mamas, but he's expecting 2 more. So soon Nick Cannon will climb up to the 9 baby, 4 mama league, and that will put him tied with Muhammad Ali at number 9. Yeah, so he'll be there soon enough. So he's about to jump a bit. Elon Musk, 7 babies, 3 mamas, I believe, is where he is right now.
Okay.
Chat room's asking the question, the person that emailed in, what's their credibility in saying Nick Cannon spends enough time with his kids? How do they know that?
That's my question. And that's where I said, you got to ask his kids, do you? And I just can't see how, because
No, geographically, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Unless you have them all in one house, which the baby mamas would never put up with that.
yeah, and that's he makes time for each and every single one of his kids. But that's where I was saying, I have one kid in my house right now, and honestly, one of the biggest things I feel guilt about myself is where times I feel like I'm not pouring enough into this kid and giving him enough attention.
And
this
you
is
see him every day.
every day, and I try to work basketball with him every day and do something with him, and there's still times where I just don't feel like necessarily I'm doing enough.
Cats in the cradle and the silver kid.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. To me, I think if you're a parent, you care, and that's why I wouldn't want all those kids. I couldn't imagine giving them enough one-on-one time to feel like I'm doing it right. And that's where I said, I don't know what the standard is. I'm only going on my own feel, and that's how I feel.
You got to keep in mind, too, people like an Elon Musk and a Nick Cannon have what we call money. And it's a lot easier to raise kids if you have a shit ton of money.
Well, I will tell you one thing on that, and I hear this a lot from especially like my mother-in-law who sees this. She works at a big old club on Palm Beach. And she will talk all the time about how bad it is, the people that have money. They say they're not even raising their own damn kids. They have so many nannies, and these kids, some of them are holy terrors, and they don't respect their parents. Their parents don't deal with them. And she said some of the worst kids she sees are the kids that come from money because the parents don't spend any time with them. And that might affect you too.
Oh, it does.
She said these kids are all closer with their nannies than they are with their parents.
No, I agree with that. Just because you have money doesn't mean you know how to raise a kid. But what I'm saying is if you have money, it doesn't hurt when you have a buffet of children. It's a lot of, if you're making $50,000 a year, if you're making $500,000 a year, it's going to be it's going to help you out.
But time is still time.
It is.
And that's what I would say. Regardless of the money you have, it's still the time you give them. And what she sees with these very wealthy families, they don't give their kids the time, and it is reflective in the kids' behavior. And you can't replace them with a nanny. You really, to me, I think, need to have a parent in there.
I'm not saying that. If one more person types money doesn't raise kids, I fucking know.
I would like to have, though, a nanny there with me while I'm doing it.
Sure.
Because there's so many things that I have to do that if I don't do, they're not getting done. Laundry,
Sure.
That's
dishes,
exactly what I'm
cooking
talking about.
dinner,
That's not
grocery
affecting
shopping.
the one-on-one time.
That's what I mean.
All that stuff, I can do that in conjunction with Rocco and he's around. But I mean, if I had a nanny, that would be a lot more awesome.
My point being, when you have all that money, you can do all of this shit you don't want to do and clear that out so then you do have what fuck yeah time is what I
Right.
would like to call fuck yeah time. That's what I mean.
Oh, Elon Musk has hardcore fuck yeah time.
If you have fuck yeah time, I get that money does not raise a child.
That's just it. I mean, he doesn't have fuck yeah time because, and you want to talk about Elon Musk or Nick Cannon. They've got so many businesses and projects and things they do. It would be interesting to see if you could break down, because we got Elon Musk at 7 babies. We got Nick Cannon soon to be at 9. Yeah, what is the time spent per child and what is the frequency? How often do they see him and how often? How much and how often? That's where I'd be curious. And because you're right, the person who sends the email, they're satisfied that it's enough. Nick Cannon's spending enough. I just don't know how. I just don't know how when he's got a TV show, radio shows, he's doing his live stage show that's traveling the country, how that could be enough.
Even if you saw every kid once a month, that's not enough.
Well, money doesn't raise kids, Virginia.
So there you go. But yes, interesting point. No, you're right. Definitely throw Elon Musk in there. And looking at our list, I mean, it's really amazing that those are the two we think of first right now, because I guess they've been talking about it, but they're way down the list. If you want to talk about who's best, all-time greatest, DMX, 15 babies, 9 mamas.
Wow.
That might explain why he was crying on stage at one time.
Yeah. An NBA star named Calvin Murphy, 14 kids, 9 women. And Ray Charles had 12 babies, 10 mamas.
Wow.
He's number 3 on the
12
list.
babies, 10 mamas.
Yeah. Bob Marley, 12 babies, 8 mamas. And man, them Marleys are all over Miami. Every time you turn around, there's a
that's
Marley.
why.
Yeah, 12 babies, 8 mamas.
Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah, in the grand scheme of things. They're not the most.
Yeah, I guess people got to go out there and make some more babies, Virginia. We got one more in you?
No.
Factory's closed?
Factory's closed. You need to get a baby. I got 2. Pull your weight.
We need a little J-Bird flying around these parts.
We do. We need a new KVJ baby. I was hoping it was going to be Denny's, but I don't know.
He's got a dog, so maybe it stages.
Yeah.
It goes dog, the baby's right around the corner.
He's inching to baby.
I would agree.
Another thing that's out there in the news about parenting today and being Pride Month, I guess this is a topical thing going on. Virginia's talking about how Azealia Banks flipped her shit on stage over the weekend. Was that?
Yeah.
That was in Wynwood, right?
Yeah, that was
RC Cola
in
plant.
Wynwood at the Pride celebration.
I saw it because I got all the emails for that promoting that event, and Azealia Banks was prominent at the top of all the performers they had. It looked like they had over 100 performers and smaller text, and it was Azealia Banks, boom. And you said she got her on stage and started shit talking the event, and they cut her mic, and she ran off stage.
She threw the mic after they cut it and then went off the stage. And as she's going, people in the crowd are throwing drinks at her.
That's unbelievable. If anybody was there, I got to hear what were your thoughts with that.
It sounds like a wrestling event. That's what happens when a good wrestler turns bad. The audience starts throwing drinks at
It's
him.
amazing. Like, what? The crowd doesn't know you had drama with the promoter. I mean, really, to get up there, I mean, it must have been bad. If she got up there and she couldn't even perform because she was so clanked.
Well, think about sometimes what could happen is you have beef behind stage. Maybe you also have a little sippy, and something happens right before you go on stage. You get some bad news. Oh, another mic is out, or
the promoter is still messing with you.
Yeah, whatever the case is, and then you have to go on stage, and then you got that alcohol. I'm not saying she did, but I can see how that could happen.
Yeah. Now, there's a story that is coming out because of something that had happened in Texas where they had kids at a drag show, and some people were flipping their lid on that. And now they're even talking about in Florida, it could possibly become something where drag shows aimed at children could be banned, and parents who violate the law could be charged and have their parental rights taken away. Governor DeSantis has asked his administration to look into whether a parent taking their child to a kid-friendly drag show would count as child endangerment. So I don't know how far it's going to go, but, that's the kind of stuff where, to me, you got to look in it, and I don't think it's anything about nudity or anything like that. It's just a drag show. And for something like that, I'm a big fan of not telling people how to raise their kids.
Thank you.
So, when it comes to something like that, I would hope, and I believe DeSantis' party is pretty much, we like to give freedoms to our citizens, which I'm all for, but don't contradict it by doing this.
Freedom is freedom.
Right.
Don't tell people how they can or can't raise their kids. We're on that page with you until you flip the script, and now you want to tell people, oh, no, you can't do this with your kids.
If it's a strip show and there's nudity and sex toys and all that kind of stuff,
Well,
we have a different discussion. But that's why, until we get to that point, that ain't the discussion.
Look, I don't agree with Virginia not letting Rocco eat the blue cupcake. I'm on Rocco's side. But I got to mind my own business.
I got a blue thing, bruh.
She gets a choice on how she wants to raise that kid. Now, the kid's going to grow up like he's going to eat everything blue he possibly can.
He does at every turn.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm not around and he has a choice on like a candy or any kind of ice cream, he goes right for the blue every single time.
Yeah, you could hear the whole thing develop. I could hear it. He goes, "Mom, it's not a big deal. It's just blue frosting. What's the big deal?" Like you could hear it's the blue. I don't know. Just whatever you're giving him. You're giving him a blue
drama.
You're giving him blue food
Look
drama.
in that room. Is he in there eating a blue cupcake?
On our report.
Do you see him?
Did he get the cupcake?
I saw him leave.
All right, so my man's he's out surveying he's out there.
I saw him go back to the kitchen.
He's out in the world where there is blue and blue exists.
Yeah.
And now he's seeking the blue out just to mess with me.
He's dancing with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also, too, though, it is just get the fuck over it.
Seriously, dude. I don't come down on you for all your weird hang-ups.
I'm just kidding. 'Cause you're right. I'm the one person who cannot make fun of anybody for any kind of shit that they're scared of or weirded out by.
Let me see. Other stuff we got emails on here. Got some great advice from people when it comes to making sure you don't get the ingrown hair. Thank you to Cassie. She said, get yourself a cleaner, Kev, with a little salicylic acid. And I'd heard a good bit about witch hazel. She said also after shaving or trimming, as soon as you finish and are dry, use a powder. A woman's secret is good. Deodorant on the area. I promise you'll never get an ingrown hair again.
Oh, you should lead the league in fucking witch hazel. Virginia.
Right.
You better.
I do have a cauldron of it at home. I'll bring some in tomorrow.
You should have all kind of potions.
Giant cauldron.
Yeah. She said, I was an esthetician when I was younger. These tips, especially deodorant, should work. Thank you. I'm going to definitely make sure that my trimming regimen has something that fights ingrown hairs at the end.
And when you're ready to stop effing around,
Not doing it.
Come see me.
Not doing it.
I'll zap that follicle with that
Not a
laser
chance.
hair removal, and it'll be gone
Not
forever.
my balls. Not laser my balls.
We're gonna nair your pear.
I did my coochie. It's fine, Kevin.
So it's 1994, and we're saying coochie again.
I never stopped saying coochie.
Coochie is. I love that name. Pop that coochie.
Oh, I did. I popped it so hard at the dance floor on
yeah.
Saturday night.
I know.
I was dancing my buns off and I fell. I was popping that coochie too hard. I fell on the dance floor, and then Panda's like, all right, it's time to go.
Back in the mid-90s, everyone was popping their coochie, man.
I know. I'm still popping it.
The other thing that I got a little note from today's show is don't play with the shingles. Michael said, I had the shingles when I was 30. I had open sores on my forehead. I felt like someone was running a drill into my brain. Worst pain imaginable. I still have scars.
Is there something you can do to combat this? Or if you get the shingles, you are shingled fucked?
Well, I think there's
a vaccine.
Yeah.
You can take it because the doctor insisted that I get this for my mom because she was at the age. I think as soon as you turn 50 or 55 or 60 something, there's an age where they say you must get the shingles vaccine because you're more prone to get it.
Heart problems and shingles run in my family. I'm going to die of a fucking shingled heart attack. Thanks.
Shingles on your heart.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, you can get shingles on your face.
Oh, but Virginia, the story said I was getting today, shingles in the eyeball.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Shingles on your Pringles, some people said.
That's gross.
Yeah, I'm not playing with that. So yeah, that was something I learned. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to look into that. Like, okay, what is this? I gotta get that. That is a vaccine I'm all about.
But is that one of those things where, you eat blueberries to try to block shingles? There's certain things you want to eat for dementia and all kind of shit.
I know they say that, but I'm just gonna fucking get the vaccine.
Oh yeah, I hear you. I'm not trying
just
to make
give me the shingles shot. I won't try to make some kind of concoction with blueberries.
But if you get the shingles vax, does that mean fuck yeah, you're not getting shingles?
I think it does really reduce the chance of you getting your shingle on.
Kevin, I do not want shingles in the eye, dog.
No, I don't want a period. I mean, anywhere. They're saying anywhere that you have it, it's excruciatingly painful.
Well, I'd imagine you probably get dick shingles. You probably get clit shingles.
Dingles?
Dingles and klingles.
Klingles.
You get clit shingles. How terrible would that be?
Be pretty bad.
I mean, would you rather have them on your clit or your face?
I feel like they stay for a while, too.
They do.
I don't feel like you could just, clear them right up in a few weeks. I think they stay.
My mom had them. I remember. She struggled.
Everything's genetic, bro.
I know. Dog, why do you think I'm all over here? Heart issues, shingles, tap show feet, tap dancing feet.
What will kill him? Let's put bets on it.
Well, I don't know. Can shingles kill you?
Only if it drives you insane and you kill yourself. And we did get that text. So I'm just trying to stay away from that, but that was only...
Since you asked.
See, I backed that because the text messages, Virginia, were worse than the chat room. I mean, the stories I was seeing were fucking horrific.
It was bleak.
It was bleak.
Shingles sounds like it rocks your life.
There wasn't a lot of positive literature coming through the text messaging. Let me tell you that much.
So if you don't really know much about it, they recommend it for those 50 or older, and it is more than 90% effective at preventing shingles.
Okay.
But you may experience some short-term side effects because Shingrix, the vaccine, causes a strong response in your immune system. Great, but I'd probably take that over what I've read today about it.
I'm not sure I like the name of that. What's it called?
Shingrix.
It's too close to shingles. I want something to combat.
Okay. How do you get shingles? The virus is spread through contact with the rash. So if anybody else has shingles and, like, I don't know, say they sit on a seat on a bus and then you sit on the seat on the bus after them, can you get the shingles from the bus seat?
Is this the equivalent of the crabs from the toilet seat?
Oh, my God.
You know, you can't read about this shit. You can't. You just got to live your life.
Also, you can get it through breathing in the virus from particles in the air. If you walk by a MFer that has shingles, you can catch it from breathing their air.
You can. I'm reading here. You can get it from reading too many shitty stories about celebrities, Kev.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
The chance of getting shingles at some point in your life is 1 in 3.
Dude, every time I go to CVS, I'm there to get.
Damn.
I go there to get a snack, to get a Nutrageous bar, and I'm hit with shingle literature.
Dude.
Same thing. They go, if you're a baby boomer, 1 out of 3, you're getting it.
If you have 10 people in the CVS, probably 2 of them have shingles.
Terrible.
How many people are on the show? 5? One of us fuckers are getting shingles, y'all.
1, 2, 3, not it.
I'm sold, though. I'm getting the vaccine.
I am too.
I'm getting it too.
When can we get it? Can I get it early? Do I have to wait till I'm 50?
No, I'm sure you wouldn't. They'll probably give it to you whenever you want.
Y'all-
Wherever you want.
Y'all agree with me about that name they have for the shingles? It's too close to shingles to make it sound like it's combating shingles.
It's probably why it's just so that you know it has a name like it, so it's what combats. And it's probably because they use part of the virus in the vaccine itself.
I want the medicine to be shingles is dead, fuckers. That's the name of the medicine.
Yeah.
Shingles is dead, fuckers.
Yeah, so I know.
90%. I like that number.
90% the vax does?
Yeah.
90% prevention.
And they've been sticking people for a while.
Well, yeah, man. I'm just seeing that 1 out of 3 thing a lot.
1 out of 3? Damn.
Something to know. Definitely something to know.
We had a relative that had shingles, and they even came up with a little song for him, and they would sing it. Shingles on the roof. He's got shingles on the roof.
Oh, geez.
I know, but he
Would
sang.
they sing it to his face?
Well, I think he sang it with him too. I think
Shingle bells.
they
What kind of family did you come from?
fucked up family dog.
That is.
Fucking mock a guy to his face and sing a song about shingles
Well,
while he's suffering from the disease?
I think in the defense of everyone here, I think he came up with it. That was his way of dealing with it. Let the fucker heal the way he wants to heal.
All right, as long as he came up with it.
Yeah, it was-
But if other people came up with it and they're singing it at him, it kind of feels like I'm in a horror movie.
Jeff, it was singing Shingle Bells.
Shingle bells.
It is fucked. You're right. If he wasn't involved with the singing,
I like it better
Yeah,
that he made up the song.
yeah, he was part of it.
Let me see. Got an email here. Does anyone else pee in the shower or the bathtub when we have those crazy Florida thunderstorms? I'm afraid to pee in the toilet because I think I'll be electrocuted. Lightning can travel through pipes, underground, and through the water. Yeah, I don't know what the whole thing is because, yeah, we were right on the verge of a big old thunderstorm the other night, and my mother-in-law's running a bath. And I was like, do I say anything? I'm like, I don't want to intrude, but...
You didn't say nothing. I know you.
I didn't. I
was
might
always-
keep an eye on that.
He's not involved, Kev.
Living in South Florida, I was raised to never take a shower or a bath during a lightning storm. You just don't do it.
We had the whacked out news story within the last couple of months of that toilet that exploded, and they believed that it was because a lightning strike had gone through, and you've got pipes and water, which is a conductor of electricity, and if it hits just the right way and it goes through those pipes and water, kaboom.
It's weird what lightning decides to hit. There's all this shit around, and sometimes it'll hit the smallest object. It's just weird why it does that.
That picture of that exploded toilet looked like somebody had put a bomb
Yeah.
in it. It was like charred and in a million pieces. Seriously, a bomb does that kind of damage.
Well, if you get struck by lightning, a person that's got and there's shit around you, but you're the one that got struck, you have to go, what the shit is this, Mother Nature?
I'm obviously not living right.
You would think that.
It always seems to defy the odds. As soon as you think you got lightning figured out, then something like a exploding toilet makes you think, oh my gosh, could you imagine if you were sitting on the crapper and you hear thunder outside your house? You might rush it a little quick to get off that thing.
Yeah, I mean, what an embarrassment. You're taking a dump and lightning blows you up, and then you have to tell
Terrible
the
way to
ambulance,
go.
I was taking a dump. And
But
then
it wouldn't kill you. It would just disfigure your ass and face forever. So you'd have to, people would be like, whoa, what happened to that guy? Be like, he was sitting on the shitter. And they'd be like, no way.
I ain't got much ass to give, man. I mean,
I know,
someone
right?
stole my cheeks during the night one night. I don't know what happened. They're gone. I had no ass.
You know, there's new stuff that you can do where they take fat from your back and they put it into your ass, your own fat, so your body doesn't reject it, and then you get like a nice booty and a slim waist.
Me and you just see the world with a different set of eyes as all dog. I'm fine with no ass. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so because of that stuff, I have thought. I purposely, I don't really ever try to. If it looks like it's legit Armageddon outside, and it will this time of year with the thunderstorms, I'm not going to be washing dishes in the sink, not going to be showering, taking a bath. And honestly, there's even a part of me I'd be like, do I need to really go to the commode right now? I'd hold it if I could.
I've taken baths in storms before, but they're never a peaceful bath. The whole time I'm thinking, oh man, is this the big one?
I don't need that.
I should have just pooped in a Dixie cup.
I mean,
It's tiny poos.
that's a real, what are you, Amber Heard's dog?
Wow. Some people need tumblers, Virginia.
How much do you poo?
And even then.
Speaking of, I left so much shit here. I left so quick, on
Yeah, because
Tuesday.
you tested COVID positive during the show.
I left all my tumblers here. What a difference a tumbler makes in a person's life. It saves the flavor too. Drinking out of a regular cup, shit's warm in 20 minutes.
Bruh, you are so late to the tumbler game.
know.
Me and Kevin been tumbling for years.
You're a big time tumbler too, Kev.
I got like
Look
two
at him.
here. Yeah, I got it all over the place.
He's got a
Every
monogram
day.
tumbler.
Every day I come in with two. Yeah.
My problem is I don't
I
have
get
enough
Twitter share for
tumblers.
that one.
I got to buy tumblers in bulk.
I have tumblers if you need some.
I need them, man.
I can hook a brother up.
I couldn't believe the quality of the drink went down and quickly.
Yeah, no, it's about all I drink out of. Every day I drink out of a tumbler. I got
It
about
keeps
7.
it so cold. This is ice that I got at 4 a.m.
I know.
It's still in my cup. I still have ice.
It'd be 20 minutes. I'm drinking grape Kool-Aid, and I'm used to it in the tumbler where it hits so nice.
Yeah.
It gets frost. I'll get just a big gulp of Kool-Aid with frost in it, and holy shit, man, what a disappointment. Who would've
Welcome
thought-
to the game.
And a tumbler has made my life at least 1 full % better on this planet.
And that one's got a nice little beaver on it. You love beaver.
I do.
Yeah.
It's a bucky. A lot of buckies today.
A beaver with teeth.
Would you be mad if you
Yeah.
were rooting around and you saw teeth on one of those things?
There's a movie. I forget the name of it. Yeah, is it called? Is it Snatch? No, that sounds.
She bites back.
It's about a vagina, and it bites back. It's got teeth in it.
Terrifying.
My niece was watching it one day, and I go, "What the shit are you watching?"
Your worst nightmare.
I mean, it was horrifying.
That is crazy.
It's called Teeth.
Teeth?
It's about a vagina. I think it's something bad happens to her, and then she gets teeth to get revenge on people.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a comedy horror from 2007.
Comedy horror.
They were running it
Yeah.
a lot, either on HBO or on Netflix, because my niece would watch it a lot. And I started to know the movie well. I go, oh, we're watching Teeth again, huh?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to have to look that one up.
You might like it.
Well, I want to give you a programming note as well. If you've not seen Virginia, she got a video of her upside down twerking.
Yes.
Where
over
is
the weekend.
this?
I put it on the Instagram, on the KVJ Instagram. This is the video of me twerking that I hurt my shoulder. Remember, I had like a Bob Dole arm for like a week. I was in a lot of pain. I could not move my arm. And this was from that night when I hurt my shoulder. And I saw my friend over the weekend, and he gave me this video because it's him and I twerking in it. I didn't even know this video existed.
And that's how it all went down.
That's how I hurt my shoulder last year.
Oh, so this is old twerking.
It's old twerking, but I mean, it's not that old. It's like maybe 8 months.
Virginia, too old to upside down twerk? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah. I haven't been upside down twerking since this night.
I'm watching the
Since the
video right
accident.
now. It's making me kind of uncomfortable. That means it's working.
Yeah, you like that booty, don't you?
All right, take it easy. Stop that.
You are but a man.
Oh,
No
yeah.
one would blame you from getting turned on.
I think, like that movie Teeth, I think your ass has teeth.
Imagine that, huh?
By the way, you're the only woman I could say that to.
Your ass has teeth.
All right, y'all. Thanks for the email. Send them to us, mail at kvjshow.com. Enjoy your Monday. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.